Let the games begin. Bring forth the runners.
Welcome to Gauntlet Runner. I'm your game master, Esper. This is a D&D campaign of dungeon run competitions. This dungeon is called Conflux Crucible, and it's going to be a squad run. Let's take a look at the players and the characters. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Let us know. Who are you? Who are the characters?
Hello, my name is AJ. I'm going to be playing Bekadon the Ogre.
My name is Baron Ropp. I run the YouTube channel Dungeon Masterpiece, and I'm the returning Gauntlet Runner champion. I will be playing the second level Gnome Illusionist Wizard named Murbus, and I will again attempt to make another pacifist run.
Hello, I'm Felix. I am playing Corin, a human warlock, level 1 on this, and we'll see about this peaceful attempt here.
And I'm Jared. Some people call me Your Pocket Game Master, and I'm playing an Ichoriite monk named Shiloh.
And for everyone who's watching, in the near future, Gauntlet Runner is going to be on Kickstarter as a 5e book for GMs and players. There's a link you can follow down below to be able to follow the project pre-launch and even get access to some really cool early bird rewards. So this all takes place in the campaign setting of Myriad Legends. We're in Bazagon, City of Mazes. The Mithril Emperor has made a decree for the commencement of the Great Games. And his right hand, the Labyrinth Lord, is constructing a series of trials that competitors are going to enter. And the contenders are assembling from near and far. Some are beholden to compete. They are criminals or gladiators. Others come of their own accord. They're glory seekers or zealots of some sort. And that brings us to you all. You four have been brought together, thrown together, you might say. You enter into an initial holding chamber. There are armored guards flanking a heavy gate. Who should appear but none other than the Labyrinth Lord himself? He's a tall man, obsidian-skinned, long of hair. He wears an elaborate cloak and he holds a staff topped with a labyrinth icon. Runners, you are about to enter your trial. Guardsmen, open the way. The guards pulled the chains, revealing a tunnel to the north, and there's some sort of fantastical dungeon beyond. Within this gauntlet is an atrocious demon known as Noxious Narzutha. You will see her shortly. Your goal is to defeat her, slay her, send her vile soul back to hell. Take heed, she herself is powerful enough to threaten your entire squad, and she has allies running in this gauntlet as well. There is a tunnel just to the east of where you all are, and other creatures are let into that tunnel. You hear their yowling, and you hear these flapping noises as though wings. Bagadon, I think you actually have a view of them. You can see through these bars, through like the gaps in these bars right here. Mm-hmm. These are Vexarax. They are like small-sized monkey bat demons, and they're wielding whips. These are Narzutha's allies. See this silver dragon's hand extending from the wall? You look there, and you see in its palm is an orb that looks to be made of ice. This is an ice-bind orb. It's a powerful thing. It can be used to trap a foe in ice. And now your time has come. May the Mithril Dragon grant you fortune in your dance with fate. All right, you are sealed in, and we are going to be beginning by rolling initiative.
That's a lot of dice, guys.
Just a few. You do see Narzutha. In fact, if you look to the north, she is here. A hideous hideous sight. A large-size demoness, slug woman with a massive maw and slime dripping out of her mouth there, and greenish toxic fumes exuding off of her. And she is going to be slugging towards you all. All right, we begin. Bagadon the Ogre. What do you do?
Charge forward and grab the orb.
Bagadon goes thundering ahead on his mighty ogreish steps, and you grab the Icebind orb from the palm of the silver dragon's hand, extending from the wall. One of these minor demons, these Vexarax, comes running through the tunnel, and it is about to come out and like flap its wings and get into the air in this circular chamber here, and it sees you, and it sort of keeps close to the wall there. Corin, do you have any command for your imp? Do you tell it to do anything?
Imp, hide yourself for now.
Okay. The imp looks this way and that. Damn! And it is gone. Narzutha comes slugging along, making her way towards Bagadon, eyes hungrily upon the ogre. Two more of the Vexarax are going to be moving now. It's going to be dashes for them as well, and they come close to their one ally. Merbus, what have you?
I guess I will poke over to the gate to look at what is going on behind the bars real fast, just as I'm starting to sprint the remaining distance up the hallway here.
Yep. I wouldn't properly call it a gate, but they are bars, and you can look through the gaps. You've got, a few inches between each of them, and you see there's just one of the Vexarax that hasn't moved yet, but it looks like it's going to go just, scrambling to the north, and there are like three more here near the end of their entry run, and they are yowling like baboons or howler monkeys and very, very agitated and spiteful.
I guess I'll continue sprinting forward to stay with Bagadon.
Very well. Nice. The last of the creatures does its dash, and we go to Corin.
It would not do to go in without protection. Roll my staff and cast False Life on myself for, looks like 9 temporary hit points.
Okay, I'll put that in. I'll be handling hit points and damage and such. So
and
you
then
guys can
I'll
just
be moving forward carefully.
And last but not least,
running after the others.
You make your way as such, getting some glimpses here and there. It looks like all the Vexarax have made it to the northern end of their tunnel. Shiloh, we turn to you.
Shiloh mutters a cone under his breath about how damned this place is, and he's going to move forward. He's going to dash, actually, and get to basically to the hand that the orb was taken from. Other than the hand in the room up ahead, does it look like there's any other fixtures or aspects of the room that suggest that maybe there's other items in here that could be used?
Yes, in fact. You notice a few things, and I suppose all three of you can see this. To the west is a stony door, as well to the east. They look like very simple, plain stone doors with a little protrusion that you can push them in. There are these stone plinths, sort of like benches, to the northwest and the northeast. The northwest one has a trident sitting upon it, and the northeast one has a small reddish flask. It's an alchemist's fire. And then farther to the north, there's some fantastical dungeon area. There's a pit. It looks like some kind of big pit. There's ambient magical lighting, bright but soft, filling the area. We go to Bagadon.
The logical thing to do is to attack the little winged demons. So I'm going to apply my great club expertly to the closest one.
How about it? What do you do with the orb?
I give it to Shiloh. Okay, yeah, I'm just handing it off. Okay, yeah, smash. 12 to hit.
12. Your club strikes exactly. Who's your target?
The imp thing closest to me.
Okay, so perhaps you take a step over and you bring your massive tree trunk-like club down upon the thing.
10 points of damage.
10. All right, you wallop the thing, and it shudders from the tremendous force of that, you've badly wounded the minor demon, and it, in spiteful retaliation, whips at you. An 11, I presume, does not hit.
No, it does not.
Narzutha looks with a malevolent gaze upon your group there. And evokes this burst of toxic fume. Its radius is such that Bagadon, Shiloh, and Murbis are in it. So, Bagadon, make a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Well, 13?
13 is a success. You've got it right on the money, and it looks like Shiloh and Murbis have sadly not done so well. Shiloh and Murbis each suffer 6 points of poison damage, and the poison condition... Brutal. It is brutal. The poison condition has been afflicted upon both of you. Or inflicted, I might say. And Narzutha will slug ever ahead. She goes a bit slower than you all can run. The two Vexarax here come out to harry the ogre, and they whip at you, Bagadon. The first and the second, or the second and the third by their numbers. A 13 and a 15.
15 hits.
The 15 hits, okay. It whips you for 5 damage. And in its spiteful lashing, there is an effect of sorts. You must make a strength saving throw as the lash attempts to secure itself upon you.
It is a 8-9.
You have been restrained, and it trips you to the ground. So you're on the ground with this thing's whip coiled around you. We go to Murbis. You are not feeling so well, Murbis.
No, absolutely not. So I'm just going to make a mad sprint. Oh, I guess I'll double move to get to the door and fling that sucker open.
You push at the door.
Oop.
It's not the heaviest of stone doors, and it readily opens. There are some stairs going down and an icy floor below. I will tell you the ice is very slippery. It's difficult terrain. So you move at half speed on the ice, and when you go on it, you must make acrobatics checks to see how well or not well you can balance.
That sounds pleasant. I think just because I'm so close to the demon and everything that can kill me, I'm going to dip with my remaining movement down the ice. I can get to there.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check.
Oh, wait. It's difficult terrain, so that's as far as I can go.
Okay. Make a dex acrobatics.
That's what I'm rolling. So a 3, I slept.
Should just be 1d20 plus your dexterity. Looks like your first one was a 14, and then your dex, I think you got like +2 or something, which is good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a particularly difficult DC. We have, what do we have? One more Vexarac. All right, it's about 10 feet away, but it's got reach with its whip. It will whip at Bagadon. It'll roll with advantage due to prone and due to restrained. That is a 22. And the whip strikes you for 5 damage. Bagadon is wounded.
So my reaction allows me to gain resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage if I am damaged by one of those damage types. So,
yeah, it would be slashing.
Yeah. So from now on, I get resistance to it.
It's just against the single instance. So if you want to use it there, it'll save you 3 hit points.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you want to go for that?
So. Yeah.
Okay. So you tough out the worst of the whipping, though you are wounded still. Corin.
This is not looking good.
No, it is not.
Wherever you are, distract the big one. Just harry it. I'll get us some reinforcements. I'll take out from my pouch a black onyx and crush it in my hand as I speak an incantation. Could convoke a skeleton, which should appear about here. I would like.
All right.
I would like it to appear.
Yep, a skeleton arises at your convocation.
Minion, take your bow and shoot at the demons you can see. Not the red one, that's mine.
Your necromancy spell convokes this skeletal warrior who will be obeying your command to attack the enemies. Shiloh, you're there, you're wounded, you're poisoned. This powerful demon is right there now, along with her little allies. You have the Icebind Orb in hand, given to you by Bagadon.
Shiloh is going to stride forward and try to get behind the creature and basically plant the ice orb onto her sickly body.
Okay, you activate the Icebind Orb. It consumes into this frosty streak. She will make a dexterity saving throw, attempting to avoid that. She does not look particularly dexterous, a sluggish thing, and she fails her dexterity saving throw and freezes entirely. A thick casing of ice is around her now, so she's incapacitated in there.
In that case, I
that's
would
awesome.
like to use a free action to instruct my minions. All right, this one is taken care of. Take the next one.
Nice. That ice will last for an hour. It also can be destroyed, so that's something to keep in mind.
To be clear, our goal is to dispatch this demon, correct?
Yes, in some way you need to slay her. Yeah. There's something I forgot. This was actually at the end of your turn, Merbus. Make a con save, and also Shiloh. It's a ongoing save for the poison.
Nope, fail. Oh, geez, Shiloh.
The two of you are still rather poisoned. Bagadon, you are on the floor. You have demon whips coiled around you.
I get up.
You unfortunately cannot. You are restrained in the whips.
Can I try and break free?
You can try to break free. You could attack with disadvantage.
I'm going to attack with disadvantage. Same imp I hit before.
The same one? Okay.
It's a natural one.
Okay. You awkwardly swing your trunk of a club at the scamp and does not function. The creature howls at you mockingly, and it will whip at you with great spite, taking advantage of your prone and restrained situation. 14 to hit?
Yep.
Yep.
That hits.
Okay. 2 damage. The skeleton plods forward. It spots the creatures here and draws a blade and goes to stab at the Vexerac. It indeed stabs the minor demon there, dealing 3 piercing damage to the thing. A lesser wound, but a wound nonetheless. We have two Vexeracs harrying Bagadon. They go to bite at you with their baboon-like fangs.
Okay. No resistance to this.
It would say it's a piercing damage, so if they hit, you can use toughness. 14 and 17.
Yeah, they both hit.
Both hit. Okay. The first fang is 7 piercing. I highly suggest you use toughness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. So you only take 3 from that one. And let's see what this roll on the next one is going to be. The fangs get you for 4. That drops you into the grips of unconsciousness. Bagadon.
Ooh, no.
Bagadon is bleeding out on the ground. You have 1 injury. It's a level of exhaustion, assuming you survive this. Merbus.
Well, I ran away looking for something that might be able to help with this fight because I don't have anything right now. And I don't know, I guess, that Bagadon just dropped. So I'm going to scurry on down to the corner here and just take a peek around the corner. What is down here?
First things first, make an acrobatics check. Let's see how good you're moving on ice. Okay,
not bad.
Well enough. Yep, well enough. You peek around the corner. There is a circular chamber to the south, still with an icy floor. You see this pedestal, stone cylindrical pedestal coming up out of the ice. Atop the pedestal is a bowl. It's made of brass. It's a pretty large bowl filled with water. There's a rune embossed on the front of the bowl. There are two creatures, small, steamy things, minor elemental creatures. They are bathing in the water, and this like steam-like wings flutter from their backs, and they look at you, and they see that there is an interloper in their ice chamber.
What did you say was on the plinth? I'm sorry.
It's a bowl made of brass. It's pretty large, a pretty good-sized bowl, like an 18-inch diameter. It has water in it, liquid water, that these steamy scamps are not. They're not splashing it, but they're just kind of bathing in it happily. And there's a rune on the front, like an embossed rune. Do you speak Primordial?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay,
I can't remember.
so
Let me look at my character
it's an esoteric rune of some sort.
Yeah.
The two creatures look at you, and they don't look very pleased that you've come into their icy chamber.
Well, Charm Person isn't going to work on them. I guess, seeing that that's going nowhere, can I scuttle back out?
Yep.
To the top of the steps.
Very well.
And that's where I'll see Bagadon has dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Bagadon's in a bad way.
This is not good.
Yeah.
I'm just a swarm of these damn things at this point.
And I don't have the movement to get over to him since I was running up the steps and up the ice to try and resuscitate him.
Don't worry, I wouldn't save you either.
The demon is encased in ice, correct?
She is, yes. She's got this thick layer of ice, and she's incapacitated in there.
Okay, does it look like the Vezirax are still trying to maul and engage Bagadon, or have they stopped?
Well, this one here is actually now engaged with a skeleton, and then the other ones you can see, they look like their eyes are like wildly scanning for their next victim.
Gotcha. Okay, so with that, I'm going to cast Silent Image of a ice wall that connects the Narzutha to the stub at the end, at the south end of the room. So it will appear as if Bagadon is enveloped in ice, and the Vezirax can no longer see beyond that 20-foot stub that I am building with an illusion to try and give us a little bit of a reprieve.
Excellent. Is this your scroll, or is this a spell of your own?
No, this will just be knowledge. A spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cast this ice wall that seems to extend out from the icy tomb of Narzutha to the central masonry there. And that, I guess it's silent, doesn't make too much noise, but it's just an ice wall. And the next of at the end of your turn, make a repeated con save.
Not great.
Toxins flow within you. The Vexirac number 2, it will actually head up this way, and it lays hold of the alchemist's fire. And then it begins flapping its bat wings and like gets up overhead out of melee reach. And it's doing something. Corin.
All right. With the magic connection I have to my imp familiar, don't know where it is right now. I commanded it to harass the demons there earlier. So is it near one right now?
Let's see. Invisible, and it's near the Vexirax, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's, lurking about over there somewhere.
Alright, then I would like to use my action to direct its movements to make a sting attack against one of those demons, preferably the wounded one that the skeleton is already engaged with. Since it's invisible, it should get advantage unless they can somehow see that.
Excellent. And it's invisible, so no one sees it pass through the illusory ice wall, so the ruse is not given up. And then it makes an attack with advantage due to its invisibility. It certainly hits, it injects, it like stabs its scorpion stinger into the base of the Vexirac's spine. The thing convulses and its eyes roll, and it falls to the ground into a pile of bubbling goo.
I'll then command it to hide itself again and use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on our ogre friend there.
a mage of life and death.
Rise again. Your services are still needed.
Whoa! Bazagon. You're in Bazagon. Bagadon of Bazagon. You feel vigor run through you, and your eyelids flutter open. You are back to 10 hit points.
Right.
You have 1 level of exhaustion, so you've got a -2 to all your d20 tests, and your speed's at -5. Shiloh.
Shiloh races around the edge of this frozen queen and will move his way to the opposite side of where Bagadon is and take the dodge action in an effort to pull them away from Bagadon's body.
So would you say
Do not
you're
let this place be a prison to us.
You're engaging the Vexirax and you're keeping a defensive stance, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. At the end of your turn, make a repeated con save against the poison.
Can't get above
All
a
right.
10.
Yeah, not happening yet. Bagadon, it's your turn. You are still restrained and prone, but you're at 10 hit points now instead of unconscious and dying. You're in the midst of what appears to be an ice wall, though. Well, I'll just leave it at that.
You don't feel cold.
You don't feel cold. There you go.
I'm comfortably numb. Okay, I'm going to slam the demon next to me.
So go ahead and make your roll. The flanking and the exhaustion penalty will just even each other out, cancel each other out.
Disadvantage. No.
The roping whips, the ice wall, it's all too much, and you do not land a strike as you had hoped. The imp fades to invisibility. Skeleton stabs at the foe in front of it. Unfortunately, its bony arm does not connect. Disconnects and takes a moment to get the bone back in the socket. Vexirax 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Shiloh has engaged them. And they also see Bagadon is like blocked off by ice now. They move around like this, like little, simian hobbles. Their forms both agile and ungainly simultaneously. And they whip at Shiloh. This will be flanking but disadvantage. 16 and 17.
Ooh, they both hit still.
They both hit you. Okay.
Can I opportunity attack that one that moved around Charlotte?
Yes, you can.
I think the skeleton could too.
Yes. In fact, it can as well. Bagadon, when you attack, don't roll disadvantage because you have advantage simultaneously, so they're cancel each other out. And then the skeleton will just give it advantage. So the Vexirax, they're not seeing through the ice, so they actually don't see that your 2 strikes. It had no idea that opportunity attack was even going to happen.
Well, he takes 9 bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Okay, so Shiloh, you're actually only getting hit by one of these creatures because it was destroyed by Bagadon and the skeleton with their opportunity attacks. So it was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
It
that
was
case, the other
3.
one wouldn't have flanking though, right?
Wouldn't have flanking. Yep. So the attack was 15 to
14
hit.
AC.
Okay, so it did
would go
hit
to
you,
13?
and it did three damage to you.
All right.
Make a strength saving throw to avoid getting restrained in its whip.
That is a
All right.
21.
Yes, you are not caught up in that. Merbis.
All right, I think I'm going to try and pitter-patter my little gnome feet all the way across the whole thing here and throw the door open and see what's on the other side.
You see...
with the 10 feet of movement I have remaining, I'll just move up inside.
It's a wider corridor, and it elbows southward, much like the other one did on the west side. And it looks like there are statues, like bronze soldier statues, holding up long spears.
That's unnerving.
Vexirax number 2 tosses the... Vexirax number 2, it's up in the air, it's flapping its bat wings, and it tosses the alchemist fire at Noxious Narzutha, encased in ice as she is. damage. It shatters upon the ice, dealing some damage, and the ice is considered vulnerable to fire. So consider that three damage dealt to the ice. All right, and the alchemical glob stays there, like smoldering and burning upon the surface of the ice. And we'll go to Corin.
I trust that you can finish off that last one. I'll ignore this one and instead take out a light crossbow, infuse the bolt with some magical energy, and fire off a true strike at the one up there, the flying one, with a 12.
12. You might be off by 1. I'll go back over here. No, actually, you exactly hit the thing.
All right. Then that will be 12 radiant damage.
Oof. All right. The glowing arcane infused bolt strikes the thing, tears a hole out of its wing. Yeah! And it like almost falls out of the air, and it looks gravely injured. One more hit of any kind and that thing is done for. Shiloh, this is your turn.
Shiloh will, I guess he's going to just try to finish this one off here. And he'll go for his strike with his short sword.
Okay, +2 to hit for flanking.
Make it a sandwich of pain.
And in addition to that, he will do his unarmed strike as a monk.
2 hits.
2 hits. So the first one's going to deal that much damage, and the second one will deal this much damage as he lances forward with the short sword, striking the creature.
You strike the Vexerac with your combination attack and have greatly wounded the thing. And it's bleeding out its gross demon blood and looks like it can't really suffer much more. At the end of your turn, you'll make a repeated con save against the poison.
And 12?
12. 12 is not enough.
Okay.
Bagadon, it is your turn. You're not restrained anymore. The thing that had held you, like coiled you up in its whip, it's not there anymore. So you're just prone. You can just stand up.
Okay, I stand up and I smash.
You heft your mighty club.
It's my motto in life. Get up, smash. That is 12 points. Munted. 12 points of damage.
12 to hit?
No, 12 points of damage.
What's it to hit?
It was 18 plus 6.
Oh, okay.
So
your club smashes the thing, and it is just a crumpled pile of mess on the floor that is slowly discorporating. You have sent its paltry and grotesque spirit back to the dread domains of hell.
Imp, get up,
yes.
Flying one.
All right. The imp is moving?
Yep. It can unfortunately not attack on its own. I'll need to direct it.
Okay. What of your skeleton? Could it take a shot?
Well, it still has the orders to attack any demons it sees, so this one should qualify if it has a short bow.
I think so. Okay. So it will put away the short sword and raise a short bow. 19 hits. The skeleton's arrow plunges into the torso of the already greatly wounded Vexerac, which hits the ground like some kind of rotten fruit, splats and begins bubbling away like so much smoke. Merbus, we go to you.
I trust that they've got everything just about handled over there. So I am going to slink down the hallway and just observe what is at the far end.
There's a chamber down there. So you see a number of those bronze soldiers with their long spears lining the walls east and west. And the chamber to the south has, at the far end of it, a stone pedestal. There's a single potion on that pedestal. And, you know, it's kind of at a distance, but you can tell it's a nice looking potion. It's clearly not just a run-of-the-mill basic lesser healing potion. Whatever it is, it looks pretty nice. Above that pedestal up on the wall are these two dragon heads. They're made of bronze, just protruding out, like affixed to the wall, their jaws locked in this open, almost like a roar. And there's a bit of lightning crackling within. They're activated in some sort of way.
Can I cast Mage? Can I cast Mage Hand to draw the potion to me?
You can cast the Mage Hand. I think the range on it goes out to 30 feet. So you'll need to get a bit closer for it to collect the potion. You are 68 feet away from it presently.
Gotcha.
But you can cast the spell this turn and like have the ghostly hand floating there.
If I move up in front of that first statue, does it do anything?
Nope.
I will move. I will make a double move to be in front of the last.
Instead of the mage hand?
Yeah. Instead of casting the spell, I'm going to move up to that the first just shy of passing the last statue in the hallway.
You say that. You say that. However, you might change your mind. I don't know. Let's see. When you step in front of this second statue, you feel something shift in the floor under your foot, and it stabs out with its spear. 21 to hit,
it
in fact.
definitely does.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So you are speared for 6 piercing. Oh, that takes you down,
guys.
Mervis! No, Mervis! All right. So, Mervis, you were actually there and unconscious.
Okay.
All right. So, everyone else in the other room, you just hear you hear the trap. This. And does Mervis make a sound?
Oh, yeah. No, he hollers out.
Okay. Mervis has hollered in pain. Corin.
Just the one last gasp before I fall over.
Is it low pitch enough for us giants to hear? I don't know.
Well, I'll step out here, first of all, looking around these doors, and then look to the comrades that are still here, not really having kept track of where that gnome went all that time. He just ran off somewhere. So, we need to kill that thing now. Any ideas?
Hit it lots.
The ice will last for 1 hour, and then it will just melt away to nothingness, and she'll be back in action.
We have an hour to figure something out.
Perhaps we should find something that can slay a demon in one strike before we let her thaw.
You think there may be something in the dungeon that would kill it?
Possible. I see a pit over there. If we don't have any better ideas, we could just try to slide it over there, push it in. If the fall doesn't kill it, we could just shoot down at it till it stops moving. Not guaranteed to work, but...
Okodan agrees and signals his agreement by starting to push on the... he grabs its torpid body enthusiastically, I might add, frozen as it is.
So Bagadon looks like he's interested to go shove at the ice chunk with the demon slug woman encased inside.
Also thrusting going on.
The sound that came from this eastern tunnel sounded as though Mervis was in a bad spot. Shiloh, we'll go to you.
Shiloh will double check to see what exactly is going on, so he'll move over to here. Can you see the bloodstain on the statue's spear?
You see Mervis on the floor. The spear didn't completely go through his heart, so he's not completely dead yet, but he is bleeding out on the floor. The spear is remaining extended. It looks like that trap would have to be manually reset to function again. And you see these 2 bronze dragon heads at the southern end, this chamber down here. And there's lightning crackling in their jaws as though it's going to release at some point. And you see this pedestal, this stone pedestal here that has a pretty nice looking potion phial resting upon it.
I'm going to try to drag him back here if I can do that.
Yep.
As my action, I don't know.
That's fine.
You're going to drag the gnome. You can just pick up the gnome with one arm and carry it.
It's not difficult to move him.
Like a shopping
I only
bag.
weigh like 15, 20 pounds.
Just barely was enough to trigger that pressure plate. Shiloh and Mervis, both of you make repeated con saves against that poison. Shiloh, you have thrown off the toxin. All right, we go to Bagadon. Now, Bagadon, you set your mighty heft against the encased demoness.
Yeah,
And
I was immediately distracted by a new task from rescuing the. Yeah.
It's
ADHD.
so, and by the way, the ice wall is gone. The concentration sadly was lost when
Didn't even
Mervis
notice.
was nearly turned into
There's this big demon standing right here. I don't.
when you
eyes are
set
focused.
your weight against it and summon your thews. Indeed, the weight is so much that she does not budge. Maybe if you had help with your allies all together pushing, you could get her to
That's
slides.
fun trying, I'm telling you. I'm now covered in slime, and I'm not impressed that my allies have not helped with the plan that they suggested.
I would like to instruct a skeleton to help there, obviously. Like, I don't do work myself.
Slide my face across and go spit out a bit of slime and say, "Are you going to magic this thing or what?"
Sure.
Speaking of that, I'm going to roll for the alchemist fire. Okay, it's still burning away. The ice has quite a bit of substance to it, so it's not melting away just right yet. But someone might want to put out that glob of alchemist fire, because eventually that'll melt through.
I instruct my imp to put out that fire.
imp-
He's
oh,
immune
yeah.
to fire damage, so...
That's actually perfect. Okay, the imp invisibly goes flapping over there. You hear it land on the top of the encased demoness, and it stamps out, smothers out the fire. Okay, that's good. Well, what are we gonna do?
Skeleton, help push that thing.
All right, so the skeleton and
Look at the
Bagadon are
absolute
getting in
lack of
position.
muscle in its bones. Magic.
Mervis, make a death saving throw.
There we go. I'll take
All right,
it.
that's one success.
10.
Corin.
All right. Yeah, I'll look over there what's going on with those other people here. And you know what? I don't want to touch that thing, but I'm gonna summon a mage hand to help push as well. It's not gonna do much, but...
All right, you've conjured a ghostly hand floating there, rendering a minor amount of aid to your allies. Shiloh, what have you?
I will try to stabilize this gnome.
At 5 pounds makes
Listen,
all
check.
the difference.
Can't really do much for
Bad
him.
rolls.
I'll drag him just to there.
Okay.
I think I'm still poisoned, but he's still
You have
he's
overcome
excited.
the poison. He has not yet.
I rolled
though,
a
actually-
18 on my
Did you?
contract.
Oh, okay. I
rolled
must
a
have inverted that. I thought it was Shiloh that had succeeded. All right. So Mervis actually is the one who overcame it. Shiloh, go ahead and do your repeated save.
And
The more
There we go.
helpful use of mage hand maybe to fan my faces on.
Hail and hearty once again, Shiloh. What's everyone
You think
doing?
you're poisoned for a minute.
trying to stabilize him, and then I'll go push once I've stabilized the gnome. Or the gnome dies, whichever one comes first.
Okay, Mervis, go ahead and make another death save.
Okay, here we go. That's a fail.
That is a failure.
And then I'll try to stabilize
Oh, jeez.
and fail again.
Oh no.
This is
What did
not
Cor-
looking
what did
good,
Corin
I can
gentlemen.
help with the stabilizing if it's taking too long.
What do you got, Corin?
Not that good at medicine, so just...
Get him out of the gas.
Nope. Oh my. Bagadon. What are you doing?
Well, heaving this thing is futile, so I'm going to go and help. I'll toss him anyway.
Where are you tossing him?
Just like 10 feet down the corridor.
Like over here?
Yeah, just with my foot. Just
All right. The ogre perhaps is concerned that the gnome is gonna meet a grisly end in that trap corridor, and he brings.
No,
you
he's
forward.
kicking him into the corridor with the traps, away from the gas.
There's no gas.
Oh, okay. I thought the room was still poisonous. Okay, I don't kick the.
Sorry,
I thought we were still walking around a
Kick the
miasma
gnome.
of. No,
Oh, this could be an ogre-ish medicine check. You don't know.
no, that's
I mean,
shouting.
yeah.
That's shouting. So I shout, "Get up!"
Is that the stabilize?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah. Roll
Mervis.
wisdom with a
it's the
strength
equivalent
sword
of like.
modifier.
Got a 7.5 foot tall, 15-year-old ogre. Young and
Mervis,
dumb and
death save.
full of
Roll.
enthusiasm.
Oh,
Oh my
gosh.
gosh, 2
Mervis.
failures.
Do you realize
this
you
could
were
be
just
it for Mervis.
you were 1 point away from completely dying right there?
And then I'll try
I
to
am.
stabilize him.
If that would have been a 1 instead of a 2, Mervis would have been totally dead.
Can I grapple his soul before it leaves his body?
I fail my medicine check again.
Oh no!
No, you don't. Throw him back in his body.
Shiloh fails a medicine check. What does Corin do?
Nah, this one is done for. Let's look what he was after that was worth dying for.
Corin, when you step there, lightning darts release from the mouths of the bronze dragon heads.
Oh my gosh.
And the second.
Both of them will hit.
16 and 20 both hit you?
Yep.
2 lightning darts strike you for a total of 10 damage. That eats through your temporary hit points and carries over for 1 on your actual HP. The bronze dragon heads look to be continuous traps. You think they'll shoot again at some point. This statue here, like a one-shot spear trap, so you'd have to manually reset that spear for it to work again.
Alright, then let's get behind that corner here and say, Imp, I don't think they can see you. You fly down there and grab whatever on that pedestal and bring it to me.
Very nice. All right, you order you give the order to the imp, and we'll go to Bagadon. Now, this is a serious question, Bagadon. There's a lot riding on this, okay? Are you using an ogreish method to try to render aid to Murbus, the dying gnome?
Yes, I am.
This is the champion of Dungeon 1 Rat's Fray of Gauntlet Runner.
I should say, though, that I am temporarily incapacitated by laughing at witnessing the wizard get hit with 2 magical electric darts right in the ass. So I'm foregoing my action just to laugh in character. I'm an ogre after all. It's there. I have one form of comedy. That's violence.
The imp goes flapping over Corin's head, and it can fly pretty quick. It's got to fly 40 foot. Okay. You hear it go flapping southward through this like trap corridor, and it's making some good progress towards the potion. Do you have a command for the skeleton?
Nah, that just stands guard for now.
Okay. Murbus, roll with all of your little gnomish heart. Your death saving throw.
I'll take it. I'm still up.
You're at 2 failures and 2 successes. You're on the razor's edge here of life and death. We're back to Corin.
All right. So is that one gonna die or not?
Perhaps, if we are not earnest enough in our efforts. You see, it's like the gnomish vigor is leaving him.
Something I can tell you, Corin.
This one to die.
I always imagine when a gnome dies, it turns grayscale, like it starts to, its color fades from it.
It turns into a little statue.
Somewhere in the world, a gemstone goes dark.
Yes.
Aww.
I don't want this one to die because I think he'd make a good Familiba, like your Familiba. He can be my Familiba.
Corin, something I can
Might as
tell
well
you.
try to save him, even if he's...
Yep. So, something I should tell you, Corin. This may be important to you. Mm-hmm. Those bronze dragon heads, just by sound alone, you can hear that they've charged themselves back up. So you think that they're ready to shoot more lightning darts. Shiloh.
Well, let's get out of here and let's try.
Oh, actually, Corin, you still had an action. What do you want to try to stabilize?
Yeah, let's
Murbus?
try to help the gnome. I'm not good at it, but
yes. Murbus is
There we go.
stabilized.
life and death.
Got to be better than me.
Okay.
Let him remember that he owes his life to me.
Murbus
Your
and
electric butt.
Bagadon both have 1 level of exhaustion from injuries. Murbus is stabilized. Bagadon has like a light wound. Shiloh has a pretty serious wound, and Corin, you just have 1 hit point of damage presently. Well, we don't need to worry about the initiative at the moment. We can just kind of free flow it. I'll just resume it if that becomes pertinent again for that trap chamber there.
Yeah, I'll wait for my imp to return. Whatever.
You
was
see
on
a
that
potion bobbing through the air, and the imp places the phial within your hand. The stopper is like blown glass in the shape of a stylized dragon head. The liquid is a warm reddish orange color, and it's warm to the touch just holding the potion bottle.
I whisper out from like my barely conscious self, "It's probably dragon's breath."
I would like to inspect the thing. Can I like determine if that theory has any merit?
What would you like to do?
I don't know. Study it.
Just looking at it and trying to recall upon arcane knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make an arcana check.
Well, if he says it's dragon breath, then it's probably true.
Must be. All right, what's your next move, squad?
I'm just waiting and munching on some mushrooms of questionable origin that I had in a pouch on my bag.
So, let's put the gnome somewhere safe and work on pushing that demon, or do we want to explore any of the paths first?
I'm going to say I must see the way ahead, and I'm just going to move quietly move quietly along the wall up to here. I just want to have a look at what's inside this big chamber here, if there's anything else that we need to worry about as we push the
statues. A fantastical dungeon opens before you, Shiloh. There's a dome ceiling in this large circular chamber here. Affixed into the dome are stars made of mirror, gleaming, beautiful, polished mirror stars set throughout we'll call it the starry dome. There's a large pit. You're not quite sure how deep it is yet, but it's there in the center, as you can see. To your east, there's a sound like howling wind. There's water to the northeast, a pool, a very beautiful type pool, and there's some figure standing in the water watching.
All right. That figure in the water, do I recognize what that is? Do I have any...
Well, it looks like a man, but his skin is an aqua color, and his garment is very minimal, like a sheen garment, almost like a veil tracing down his lower torso and his lower regions, and it seems to almost blend with the water.
I'll move closer then to the pit and just have a look to see how deep this is and if there's anything special about it.
20 feet deep with spikes at the bottom. The windy noise is to the east. Do you see that little line that's indicated there on the map? If you step past that, you'll be stepping into what seems to be like a contained hurricane or cyclone. There's also this structure here due east of you. A multi-tiered structure, stony. It goes up.
The line, was that this thing here?
This faint blue line
that
here.
Thing. Okay, yeah, that faint blue
line.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just an indicator of where the wind effect is contained. And then this is like a multi-tiered stony structure. It goes up quite high, certainly higher than your head. The topmost echelon of it has a metal fixture with a big egg held in it. The egg glows warmly from inside, a golden glow from inside it. Quite a big egg, like bigger than an ostrich egg. In front of this stony structure is one of those bronze soldier statues holding up a long spear.
Okay, well, I will actually move towards the watery creature and I will call out in common and then repeat the phrase in celestial. Who are you? Are you friend or foe?
I am Recephus. I am a caretaker of this sacred pool. Who are you?
I am Shiloh. I am a servant of a god, a being looking to end this gauntlet. I must say...
I as well am a servant of the goddess Sortiza, Weaver, Lady of Fate. And he gestures over to the wall there. If you see on this wall, raised up is a stone statue of Sortiza the Weaver with long flowing hair, and she's holding a bowl. The statue is affixed to the wall, and it's raised up quite high. So it's like 10 feet from the surface of the water up to the bottom of her feet. And there's a really beautiful fountain here. It does have water in like the lower tier of it, but it's just in the lower tier and it's not spouting.
I will say, I guess I'm familiar with Sortiza because I have proficiency in religion. So I'll ask,
sure,
why is it that Narzutha has not defiled your sanctuary here?
No one is permitted to come into this pool. It is sacred.
I see. Well, the
I
austerity
must forbid
of
you and your allies as
appearance.
well. This is holy ground. This is Sortiza's wound.
All right, Charlotte will pause and say thank you for being so gracious in sharing this with me. And I will head back to my companions and I will say, the water spirit to the north mustn't be disturbed. But I think that it is perhaps a key to ending the life of this sluggish demon.
You say anything about the pool being holy or blessed, or
I believe the creature will become an adversary should we disturb its domain, the water itself.
why?
It is standing vigil, like a guard.
It's guarding the water.
Not disturb it.
I want to point over towards the egg thing. Mm-hmm. That looks interesting. Do I recognize what this egg might be? Does it look like a type of, like an animal egg, or is it like just egg shaped and it's an artifact of some sort?
You could maybe guess of, very large creatures that would lay eggs, though you're not certain, like, is this a giant eagle's egg? You don't know. The glow from inside is particularly noteworthy. There's something quite warm and maybe even brilliant inside of it contained. Also, as you're looking, you do notice there's another one of those mirror stars. So, here within this big dome circle chamber, there's a bunch of stars affixed to the ceiling. And then there's just one other isolated one here on the wall east of that glowing egg. And it's raised up higher than the egg. So it's up there quite high. Maybe 15 feet up or so. Also, since you're studying that windy room, you do notice down here, like the southeast corner, there's a glyph, like a faint magic glyph on the wall.
I'm going to take a torch and light it and throw it through the wind wall to see what sort of effect it will have.
Okay, you light your torch, you throw it into the wind. The wind immediately just like blusters, it snuffs out the flame, and the torch is tossed straight into the pit.
Oh, okay. I will throw a piton into the wall as well, into the wind wall. Does it go to the pit as well?
It does the same thing. The hurricane contained within there violently spirits the piton into the pit. Ping, ding, ding, ding.
I believe
Interesting.
this wind has a destination in mind for anything that moves through it.
I would like to look around. Can I find anything that seems to be powering this magical effect?
Lift.
Like, is this altar here, the statue, maybe connected to it in some way?
So I'll tell you a couple things that are plain for you to see, and then if you have some other further questioning or skill or something, let me know. This structure here it goes up pretty high, maybe 10 feet high, multi-tiers stony blocks. And then at the very top part of it, there's this kind of metal fixture. Almost think of like a rings fitting, the topmost part that might hold a gem, but it's big. And there's this egg that's like an 18-inch tall egg. Mm-hmm. It's set into that setting, glowing warmly from within. This one single mirror star is affixed to the wall just east of that, up even higher than the egg. In front of that whole structure is another one of those bronze soldier statues. It looks identical to the ones that were in the trap chamber that nearly did Mervis in. You do notice something subtle. There's a seam, we might call it, on the ground right here, and the butt of the spear, just the butt of the spear, actually looks affixed to that long stony beam in the floor. It's flush with it's like part of the floor. Then there's that glyph on the wall down here. Since you are arcane minded, you might surmise that glyph on the wall is actually what's powering the wind. You think that's where it's coming from. What are you all doing with unconscious Mervis, by the way? Is someone carrying him? Did you set him down?
Yeah, I'll carry him.
Prop him.
Bagadon's carrying him, okay.
I want to, while everyone's investigating the wind wall, I want to go over here to this quadrant and look at looks like there's rocks on the ground and there's a statue.
Yes, there are. So
does the statue have any significance that's has religious or
This pile
some sort of...
looks like just small rocks, maybe fist size at the most. Much of them are just pebbles or gravel. And then that looks like a stone golem. It's standing there, massive, angular, severe, but motionless. Its eyes are beautiful topaz gems, beautiful polished topazes.
I want to go inspect the pile, maybe brush a few of the stones around just to see if they're all identical. Do they have any... Do they look like a natural pile of stones, or do they have some sort of...
Yeah, it just looked like
structure to
regular
them?
rocks and gravel. You don't find anything of note in there.
Does the rocks look like to be made of the same stone the statue is made of?
No. The stone golem looks to be made of a finer, maybe some kind of very fine, strong granite, whereas these are just common chunks of whatever rock.
And then I guess I'll look down here at the final quadrant. What do I see down there?
So, this
It's actually pitch black,
southwest
whatever's there.
area is not illuminated. So I think it's just dark to you.
I'll throw a torch in then. I'll light a torch and throw one in.
Yeah, that works. Okay. So you throw a torch in here. Ah, now you see there is a forge, a rather large forge, much larger than a typical forge. This big stony forge. The chamber's empty, except, maybe a bit of ash in there. Most spectacularly, perched on top of that forge is a dragon statue. It's a large dragon statue. It's a gold dragon. Both like the form of it is like the creature gold dragon, and then it's also like leafed in gold as well. And then there's this rack, like a tool rack with smith's tools, hammers, forges, tongs, chisels, etc.
What a strange place for a demon to be entombed in.
Seems to be a series of trials, as expected in a gauntlet.
Is the forge currently lit? Is it? I guess
Nope.
it's not because it's dark.
Nope.
So it's,
Yeah.
So if I just go up to it and look inside, does it look like there's material to burn, or is there some sort of...
No. There's like maybe a
lever?
bit of ash in there, so it's been lit previously, it would seem, but nothing. There's no like fuel.
I pick up the torch that I threw in. I'm going to try and place it inside of the forge.
The chamber is really big, so the torch, it's just sitting there in this vastness, and no special effect.
Well, if you're trying to light it, then maybe try this. I'm gonna walk over and hand you like 2 flasks of oil.
I actually nod and say, I think this will help. But I head back over to the whoops. Come on, Foundry. I head back over to the rocks over here, and I look at them and I pick them up and I think, are they soft and igneous? Are they like something that I think...
Not particularly, no. They're just gravel and little small chunks of rock.
I'm going to try using 2 lots of rope, so my rope and somebody else's rope, if anybody else has got a Dungeoneer's pack or something, and my 2 flasks of oil and anybody else's oil, and I'm going to make a grease track that I can drag the demon along by hooking the rope around the golem as a like a lever pulley system, and try and maximize my strength to get this damn demon into this pit, because I'm still...
All right, so Bagadon is working
on
on pulling the ice-encased demoness,
I'll
which
definitely
we've
help
got
with
about 20
material.
minutes
I
have
have a
passed
rope,
on
I
that
have
ice.
some oil. I can instruct a skeleton to help you. I will, of course, not be getting my own hands dirty.
It's a full-on dun 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 dun.
All right,
19
okay,
strength put to the test.
I guess we'll all go and collect the demon and put it into the pit.
Are you all shoving the demoness into the pit?
We'll make sure
let
the
me tell
gnome
you-
is not in the way.
Let me tell you a couple things that your characters would plainly observe before we get too carried away, and then you can let me know just how far you want to take this. So it seems pretty obvious that pushing her down there is going to break the ice. That the fall and the spikes at the bottom is probably going to shatter that ice. Would damage her in the process, though you don't think that would just kill her. She's quite powerful. she obviously would be a climbing creature. She's got this slug body. You also saw her evoke poison at a range. So while you do think that that would be a strategy, like that would start off the fight with her in kind of a bad spot, you don't think this would just be a complete, like, push her in, she's dead situation.
Let's look for other things that could help first.
So you've still got like 39 minutes of ice freeze. So I'll leave this up to you what you guys want to do.
So we push on the pond.
Before we sully the sanctuary of Sortiza, perhaps we should investigate this. And I look over to the wind wall, and I'm going to try to like take another torch out and just sort of hold it in the wall to see how violently, like, do I feel like it's so strong that it would flick myself up? Or maybe even Bagadon. Would Bagadon be so heavy that he couldn't?
How about this? Why don't we have Corin, and if you're inclined, if you think you might have this knowledge, make Arcana checks. Whoever might be able to know such magical esoterica.
I doubt
12.
I would have any insight with it.
You consult with Corin, and you're not quite sure exactly what amount of weight this wind would be able to carry. But you do your experimenting by just holding a torch in with your hand, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. You stick the torch in, and it violently flings your hand. This is really just for narrative purposes, but make a strength check.
Just a flat check?
Just strength, yeah.
Just +1, so that is a natural one.
It rips the torch out of your grasp and flings it into the pit.
Well, let's gather some information first. Let's talk to this.
That was my plan as well.
All right.
Let's talk to the water spirit. Maybe it has...
So, water spirit, you're protecting this place. Am I understanding this correctly?
This is a sacred site. It is Sortiza's wound. I am one of the watchers. Me and my kin have watched it for generations.
Rectifice of Sortiza.
It's been living and swimming around in this pool for generations.
No, we do not just stay here. In fact, my ancestors and I hail from Tempest Isle.
Tell me...
When Sortiza fell to Zamenkar the Forge Master, her ichor flowed as a stream of water. My ancestors emerged from Tempest Isle and gathered the divine water in basins, and they brought the basins here to this place, and they hallowed it. We call it Sortiza's wound. The Labyrinth Lord himself would not remove this pool. He only beautified it. The water sustains me and my kin. It gives us life. It cleanses our spirits.
This is healing water?
If you are referring to him, and Recephus points at the gnome, that is not the intended purpose. Though, if you would seek a blessing from the lady, you have only to make the proper sacrifice.
What's the proper sacrifice?
100 gold pieces worth. It could be the valuable metals, or it could be other valuables.
How about I don't do 100 gold worth of damage to your pretty statue over there?
I must warn you now, do not tamper with anything in this sacred place.
Or what?
What can you tell us about these other rooms, like this Dragon Forge, this golem, the wind wall there? Do you know anything about these?
Well, the wind is quite powerful, as you have observed yourself. This forge, well, you seemed like you might have been onto something, but didn't quite put the pieces together. It might not be so far from your grasp. The golem, I have not seen it move. I believe it is inert.
All right then. Do you have any ideas of anything in this place that might help us rid this world of this demon over there we have encased in an ice for now, but it will not stay in that state forever?
There are potential tools and resources all around here, though this is your trial.
Fair enough.
What happens if we put the demon in your pool?
I must warn you now, do not do that. Do not cast pearls before swine. Do not put the swine into the holy That would be to place the profane into the sacred.
Yeah, but what happens though?
Then I must fulfill my duty as guardian. He
Yeah,
looks
but what
at you
happens to the
with-
demon though?
He looks at you with a patient look, and he says, "Do you not know the meaning of sacred? This has been set
No.
aside as holy.
I think what my friend is
Do
trying
not
to
make a
say
contrivance of it."
that we will have to get rid of that demon in
Oh, yes.
some way if you want to get out here alive. And should we not find a way, we might get desperate. It would be, I think, in your best interest too, if you were to assist us in any way you can.
I can offer you some assistance, and I have suggested that seeking the lady's blessing might be a boon to you.
I see. I don't think we have 100 gold pieces. Do you think there could be anything else we could do to gain this blessing?
It does not have to only be precious metals, it can be valuables.
Alright. Looking around to my comrades here. Do you have any valuables that we could offer?
I say, well, I thank you so much for your patience with us, and I throw a single gold piece into Sortiz's fountain.
Do you actually throw it into the fountain itself?
I mean, I guess it's a receptacle, right? That looks like it's supposed to. I mean, I don't know if it's.
Well, there's the fountain. There's the fountain
this
with like the
thing.
4 fishes on it, and then there's
this thing,
a
it looks like a
statue of
bowl.
Sortiza that's holding a bowl, and it's raised up on
Yes,
the wall,
yeah.
like affixed on the wall 10
Yeah.
feet up.
Can I chuck
So you
the coin
throw
in
it up there. Recephus looks at you displeased. This is not a game. This is not a contrivance. If you wish to make an offering, I will receive it.
I pick up the gnome and hand me out with one hand and say, "What's this worth?"
I cannot
I
accept a
think
blood
a human
sacrifice.
a gnomish sacrifice.
I cannot accept a blood sacrifice. That would be unclean.
Does he have
I
any
didn't say
coin?
kill him. I'm just saying in service, you know,
Does he have any coin on him?
like a gold a week, you know.
Are
100
you
weeks.
his master to commit him to the service of the Lady of Fate?
Do you say him saying no?
Recephus gives a slight smirk, but he's not taking the bait.
It's a serious offer.
Well, let's keep looking around.
Well, I don't
All
know
right, so we've
not
got
to
30
throw
minutes
gnome
left
in
on the ice.
pond.
I'm going to look. I don't have much in the way of something to burn, so I'm going to just put. I got my tinderbox.
Let me handle this.
I look at my meager collection of coins and say, "How much for a cup of water?"
I see you like to press and to test and to irk. He holds calm and stoic in the face of the persistent ogre.
Just trying to trade. I don't understand the word sacred with the several suspect.
Clearly not. Okay, so Shiloh and Corin, you two are looking around and thinking about the forge area. There's another small thing you notice in kind of looking about that room. Right here on the south wall, there is a nail, like an iron nail that's driven like partway into the wall and it's sticking out. A nice thick nail.
All right. Well, first of all, let's try to light that forge here. I got several flasks of oil, so I'm gonna Is there any fuel in there, like wood or just
Nothing.
nothing?
No. Just a
what's
tiny bit
this
of ash. That is a rack, a tool rack that has smith's tools. And then you see this nail sticking out of the wall, like right, thick iron.
Does the nail look like it's designed to hold something? Is it hooked upwards? And if I reach up and touch
it's perpendicular with the wall, but it's clearly, or obviously someone could dangle something from it or hang something from it.
So I'm going to just tie a rope to it and see if I can give it a yank. Does it pull? Does it give?
I mean, it's driven like halfway into the wall, so you could pull it out if you set your mind to it and like really yanked.
What's on the rack? Just general smith's tools, hammers.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I
Hammers,
have a task
tongs,
for
etc.
you. Could you turn this wooden rack here into kindling for us?
I'm gonna take the smith's tools before and try to pull the nail out of the wall.
All right, you pry the
smith's
nail
tools.
out of the wall. You now have a sizable nail in hand.
Fantastic. All right. And then I guess he can destroy the rack and we can try to build a fire.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just use some torches.
There's no fuel to fuel the fire. Like, we have stuff to light the fire, but nothing to fuel a fire.
With flasks of oil.
Those are not gonna burn long.
What do you want the fire for?
There's a
Relight the forge.
Mage, light the fire.
Alright, sure. I'm gonna throw a flask of oil in there and then just flick my fingers to shoot a spark there to light the thing.
The oil
Maybe
catches
these
fire,
questions, I don't know.
and it's smoking and smoldering, and the oil is burning in there. There's a subtle effect. It's slight. The gold dragon on top of the forge, it has its mouth like open as though a roar, and you hear a slight almost intake sound. But it's very subtle, and it's going to die off as the fire from the oil eventually burns out.
Yeah, I think we need more fuel to keep this effect going.
I will throw my 8 torches into the furnace.
Okay, you load up the large forge chamber with your torches and you light them, and it's the same thing. The dragon seems like it has an inhale effect, but it's subtle. It feels like it's not the full effect that's happening.
All right.
But maybe it inhales a bit of smoke that comes up from the burning torches.
So I think we need to get a proper fire going here somehow. And we're not gonna get this done with some torches and oil.
I think this is a trap.
The torches, there are 8 of them, so it's a decent fire for a little bit, but clearly there's not the full effect happening. Something more
Move away
substantial
from
is-
the fire with my incapacitated gnome passenger.
Otherwise, nothing else happens.
All right.
I'm going to go over to the wind wall now, and the egg. Does it look the same sort of golden that the dragon is? Do I make the assumption?
No, the dragon statue is leafed in actual gold, it would seem. The egg is glowing from within, but the glow has a bit of a golden tone to it.
I'm going to tie my rope. I'm going to tie a rope around my waist, and then hand the other end of it to Bagadon and say,
Okay.
"Can you please be a strong anchor?"
Before you
if I
do
am
that,
too weak.
I have a trick I might try. Go. Lagadon, can you step out of the way, please? Thank you. Now step over here and then cast the mage hand and position it like on the spear and say, everybody, let's get into cover here. Gonna go behind that ledge here and then like use the mage hand to like push down on the spear, and if that doesn't do anything, like pull up.
It doesn't move. The butt of the sphere is actually affixed to the ground.
Trying to wiggle it around, but any effect?
It does.
Like
It doesn't
this?
move. You notice
Alright.
there's this kind of subtle seam, or not a crack,
Yeah,
but
I
just a
noticed that earlier.
seam. Yeah, there's like a stone beam that's part of the floor, and the butt of the sphere, just the sphere, not the statue, is affixed to that, so it won't move.
It's on the opposite side of that cup thingy by the fountain.
Yeah, it is. Though the fountain's the statue of Sortiza with this bowl, it's raised up. She's up high, like 10 feet up from the surface of the water.
Like looking at the thing and then looking at the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Can't figure it out.
Yeah,
How
it seems,
heavy does
it
it
seems
get?
like there's something related there.
All right. Well, I only have. I think I have like 4. I think I rolled for my gold and I got like the minimum amount, which is like 4. So I have 4 gold pieces, I think. So I'm gonna
I
pool my
assume I
money.
have none.
We're at 38 minutes on the ice.
I'm going to go and have a look at the golem. I'm looking specifically for any inscriptions or writing.
You know what? I actually have an idea. I'm gonna backtrack a bit because there was this other corridor. I think I'm gonna
Yes.
send my imp in there to scout that one, see if anything helpful is over there.
Okay, nice. Bagadon, there are no inscriptions or anything on the golem. It's very well made, so just looking at it, it screams golem, not just statue. And has these beautiful topaz eyes, and it just stands there, a powerful yet motionless construct.
What do I know about golems?
They're very powerful. Corin, what do you say to your imp?
Go in there, stay invisible, don't get hit, grab anything that might look of value and bring it back. If you see anything interesting, report it back to me.
Okay, so the imp, invisible, flaps in there. And you wait a moment. Then it comes back to you. It comes and just like whispers in your ear.
Master, there is a beautiful bowl of brass. It's too heavy for me, though. And there are 2 mephits in there, steam mephits. The floor is ice. Treacherous.
Alright, I think that brass...
Steam methods are nasty bugs.
Yeah, I'm gonna report that back. There is a valuable brass bowl in the other room. I think that could work as a tribute for the water goddess there. Should we make an attempt at that?
Just before they offer the bowl with Rectifus. So I know about Sortiza, right? What is her sacred symbols and like a little bit of her background?
So Sortiza has a pretty interesting symbol. It looks sort of like a stylized spinning wheel. And her name properly is Sortiza the Weaver. Yeah, like a stylized spinning wheel. Typically it's made like the wheels on these woven threads and worn like a necklace. So the form she might be associated with is like that of a seeress or a sage. She is a goddess of fate and of ocean and of travel. She herself is neutral aligned, but she leans towards good. She's actually closely allied with 2 other major gods that are gods of good. Illis the Lantern and Dionysus the Fury. Those 3 are kind of like the 3 core gods of light in this setting.
Dagadon will say, in the name of Sortiza Golem, I command you to pick up that demon and put it in the lake.
You speak your command thusly. The golem remains still and silent.
All right. Well, I'm going to head back to see if we can investigate the steamy things.
Is anyone else going over there towards the ice chamber?
How even in size are the pebbles collected in the pile?
Not very even. Yeah, they're all kinds of sizes, though the biggest ones wouldn't be any more than like a human fist. And many of them are just pebbles or gravel.
Do they look like a single object that's been smashed and then gathered together here?
Nope, just chunks of rock and pebbles.
Throw a few of the pebbles towards the pit.
Whatever you were expecting, it doesn't happen. I mean, the pebbles go in, but nothing.
I'm just thinking maybe the golem will activate and like
fantastical.
move the pebbles back to where
Okay,
it is.
no. All right, Bagadon, do you join everyone else down there by the ice chamber?
No, I'm fascinated by this damn golem now.
Okay, so it looks like Shiloh, Corrin, and his imp are down there.
Agadon, we need your help here.
Distraction achieved. I walk off towards the voice.
All right, Bagadon arrives,
before
gingerly
we do anything
carrying
else.
the unconscious gnome.
I just realized I'm going to go through Mobus's bag. Does he have a healing potion or something that can bring him back?
That would be hilarious if he did.
It's just
I don't.
Oh,
You didn't get the healing potion in Rat's Fray, the room with the 2. Okay, yeah,
Nope, I didn't.
All right.
I had, what was it? No, I had the rope.
yeah, the grappling hook. Yep, which you actually didn't even use.
Yeah, I didn't use it because I didn't have rope. That's right. It was only a grappling hook.
there's a grappling hook there.
Jared is actually the only one who used that grappling hook in like the clever way, but we'll talk about that later. I don't want to take up time. We're at like almost 45 minutes on the ice. Okay, what's the
I would
plan?
like to, before we
team?
go in there, try to recall what kind of like elemental strengths or weaknesses do steam methods have?
Well, they produce heat, so they're kind of they're a conflux, we might say, of fire and
Fire will
water.
probably not help. Do you know if
Fire
they
and water.
are susceptible to poison?
Make an Arcana check. Let's see if you can get some specific details on like immunities and whatnot.
15.
They're allergic
15?
to calm and other people's happiness.
Indeed, they would be immune to poison and to fire. When they die, they explode. It's a 5-foot radius burst that can scald people. They also have a scalding breath. Otherwise, they attack with these little claws that are you know, they do some damage, but they're not the worst claws in the world.
I would have led with they explode.
I think the best approach here would be to have my imp go forward, provoke them. He's immune to fire, so he should be, very much resistant or outright immune to most of the attacks, and then he will lead us to the rest of us, so we don't have to contend with slipping on that ice there.
Okay.
So yeah, gonna say go in, sting one of them, and then fly off, try to get them to chase you.
Challenge them to do a dance competition.
Use their steam breath on you, so they'll be more exhausted, so they can't use it on us later.
All right. The imp goes in there, invisible as it is, and makes an attack against one of the unwary mephits, stinging the thing. And the poison, as you already pointed out, isn't going to do anything, but the piercing damage sure will. And it does 11 piercing damage to one of the steam mephits. You hear that sound of the mephit being
straight through his torso.
Rather hurt, and we'll roll for initiative there. I think that sounds like a good place.
Stabs it
roll
in
it
the
up,
heart.
roll it up in the combat tracker.
Skeleton, stand there and shoot whatever comes out of there. Shoot the mephits if they come out.
Okay. All right. So we shall begin. Bagadon, you are first.
I stand ready for the first target of opportunity.
With your great club?
Yep.
Okay. You hold the great club.
And
What
gnome.
about
Does he
Mervis?
count as a light offhand weapon?
For you, he probably does. Are you dual wielding with the gnome?
No, I can't. I've got a
Okay.
great club.
Okay. Maybe you set him carefully down. How about he goes?
He's probably safe. He's probably safer on my shoulder.
But you'll need.
Oh no,
you'll need
he's
to hold
a
on to your
blade of
club.
meat armor and also a snack in case I need to regenerate.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, you could. All right, so I'll just have him nearby Bagadon. All right, Corin.
Alright, I'm gonna step over here, take out my crossbow, ready a shot to shoot if something appears there, and order my skeleton to do this, get next to me and do the same.
Your imp is doing its little impish, perturbing of the steam methods. And then what would like disengage and fly away to try to draw them out?
Yeah, just fly to basically over here, please. Just come towards us.
And then one of the steam methods gives hot pursuit, and it it is pursuing the imp. It had a dash to get to it. Your imp's faster than the steam method. And then Shiloh, what have you?
Draw my darts and I'm ready to pepper them should they come out.
Okay.
Darts.
Mervis snores, and the wounded mephit goes flapping. They're just both the mephits are chasing the imp. Bagadon, I presume you're continuing to hold. I guess everyone's just continuing to hold the attacks, right? We'll say that.
Aaron, is this how you made it through the last event? You just went unconscious right at the start and got carried through.
No, it is not at all.
This is turning out a bit differently, but we still have hope. All right, so the imp is flying out here. Is that right?
Yep.
Dash, fly, or disengage fly is what I meant.
Disengage fly. So
Disengage
40 feet.
fly. Yep. And then we've got a mephit coming here, wanting to like breathe hot, scalding steam onto it, and then you all suddenly are there with your readied shots.
Nope.
I fling my dagger for a 14 to hit,
Yes, that's good.
dealing 6 points of piercing damage maximum.
Got it.
Skeleton got a ready attack too.
Skeleton hits, and it's going to do 5 damage to the mephit. So the mephit is already starting to look, well, I won't say bloodied, I'll say a bit wispy. And I think it changes its mind and goes back in. So the mephit is dashing, and you hear it like, and the two of them kind of like banter back and forth about the like terrible death that's awaiting them outside.
It's true.
So does anyone pursue the methods in there? Because they're not.
Yeah,
they seem like they're not going to come out.
I will try. I want to move. I'm going to move to the ice surface If I move at half speed, can I just forego having to make a check?
So that it's already half speed because it's difficult terrain, and then the acrobatics is
Quarter
to see
speed?
if you can keep yourself from slipping.
All right. Well, I guess I'll stay there and just ready my action to throw a dart.
Okay, so you all approach there, and the mephits are somewhere.
We let the imp go in front.
Okay, we're gonna do Corin. We'll go to Corin's turn.
Basically, forgo my action so the imp can attack.
Okay,
Probably
the imp
not gonna-
flaps in. It gets to rounding the corner there, and you see these two blasts of hot steam that just soothingly give it a little bit of a nice sauna
steam
effect. Yeah, and then the imp goes to make a stinger attack.
There's a Fabio moment.
Yep, the imp does indeed sting a target. It does 5 damage to one of the mephits, and you hear the mephit in great pain and lamentation as the imp scorpion stinger is stabbing it as though a dagger from a mauling marauder. And the steam mephit will claw at the imp in great desperation to cast away this devilish assailant. 14, does that hit the imp?
I don't think so. No,
It does. Yes.
Oh, it does. Right.
Yep. Imp looks like it has AC
13. Yeah.
13.
All
Yep.
right. It
All right,
is
so
resistant, depending on which version you use.
Yep. It's going to be. Was it resist non-magical? Yep. All right. Wow. This imp is only going to take 2 damage. Oh, but it only has 10 hit points. So that's 20% of its hit points. I guess we shouldn't scoff too much. Shiloh, what do you do?
Shiloh will attempt to gingerly walk out to here
All right.
and
Go ahead and make
throw
the
a
acrobatics
dart,
check.
But I guess I'm going to make an acrobatics check. 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4. 22.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
ice is exceptionally slippery, but you gracefully move upon it.
And then throw the dagger. And that's going to be an 11.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. Well then, for 4 points of piercing damage to the one further back.
The one further back? Okay.
Number 1.
Yep, you hit the thing, and it is increasingly turning to steamy wisp. No. It is wailing its lamentations at potentially being reduced to raw elemental chaos, and will flap back this way on its steamy wings, and it's mumbling some sort of incantation. So it's back there doing something. And we go to Bagadon.
I'll turn and with the mage and say, for a spellcasting weasel, you have a very good pet. Holding the wall to preserve my footing, I'll carefully inch around so I can see what's going on.
Yep, you step onto the ice and find that it is exceedingly slippery. Make a dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh, that's good. Okay, 17, 18, 19.
No trouble at all, at least not this turn. And you slide out there and strike with Great Club?
Is that an effort right in front of me? Yeah.
Yes, there is one steam mephit directly in front of you.
I hope I hit the right small flappy thing.
Gnome with you into they're gonna explode.
Too late.
If he failed the acrobatics check, he might have fallen on top of the gnome and killed him instantly. So.
Well, I mean, the gnome is technically around the corner. A little bit.
All right.
Wham!
Let's see what happens.
All right.
20 to hit.
Yes, you smash the steam mephit and it explodes. I'll go ahead and say Mervis is enough around the corner that the steam doesn't wrap around. It's just a burst. Make a dexterity saving throw, Bagadon.
15?
15 is a success for half. No, it's actually not half damage. It's just no damage at all on a success.
Like slam! Woof!
Succeed on dex save or take the damage. Okay, so nope. You avoid the flex of scalding steamy burst and are no worse for the wear.
Is that out of range of the Ichoriite behind me?
Just a 5-foot burst, so he's fine. Corin.
Nice. Look at that.
I'll again forgo my action to let the imp finish the job. He seems much better suited than me for this.
The imp's been doing great. The imp has been quite an asset.
MVP, star of the show.
He's done very good. All right, the imp does sting. Hits
Let's give this imp a name.
4 damage. Oh, actually, you know what? There was disadvantage on that roll. Let me do one more d20 roll to see if it actually hit. It actually did not hit. Okay. For some reason, that imp has disadvantage on its attack roll. Mysterious. Shiloh, what have you?
Fart whistle.
I'm going to draw a dagger, and I guess I can only move to here, and then try to not fall over.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 21.
Good.
And then just ready my action to throw a dagger.
Okay.
Sorry, dart.
Okay. The steam method will swipe at the imp. The claws manage a 12.
Nope.
What agility the imp has, it puts it to its full exertion and avoids the claw. Bagadon, are you bringing Merbus with you?
Yes. And I will slam
no one would ever call you a quitter, so there's that. Your persistence.
Single-minded.
Your persistence is second to none.
Slam!
Make a dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. That's 6.
6. Okay. So you
I
don't
guess I don't
fall
take him
over.
with me.
You don't fall over, but your speed is essentially wasted on keeping yourself from falling over. Now, you still have your action though.
I'll toss Merbus back. I'll just slide him along the floor
back
gently,
over there?
like a curling stone.
Okay.
Yeah, like
all right.
A curling gnome.
A curling gnome. Yeah.
There you go.
Merbus
fantastic.
goes sliding back there. Corin, I presume you are given the same command to your imp. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Imp attacks, disadvantage, and it comes to an 11, which is enough to hit. And it does 7 damage, which is enough to destroy the steam method. And it bursts in hot steam, which does nothing to your fire immune imp.
Well done, minion. Now let's get this goblet.
Yeah, there are no current active threats, so I'm going to turn off the initiative tracker and I'm going to resume my stopwatch here. We are currently at 47 minutes on the ice encasing Noxious Narzutha. You all see at the southern end of this circular room a pedestal, like a stony cylindrical pedestal with a pretty good sized brass bowl. It's filled with water, so there must be like 5 gallons of water in it. And embossed on the front of the brass bowl is a single rune.
I'm going to approach very slowly the bowl. Is the bowl warm? Is it free? Is it because the water's not frozen, right? But everything else.
The bowl's a bit
frozen.
warm. You think it's because the steam methods were bathing in it.
Don't drink it.
I look at the water inside. Does it look like it's stagnant water, fresh water?
Clean, clear water.
Okay, I try to pick up the bowl.
Well, it's pretty heavy, but you can pick it up. It's got to be like the bowl itself, 40 pounds, and the water maybe another 40 pounds. They're like 18-inch diameter bowl made of like thick brass with 5 gallons of water in it.
I'm trying to not spill the bowl.
Yes.
Walking across the ice.
Okay.
So,
make a.
Because I'm assuming
check.
that the water is precious. I'm assuming.
Okay.
And then I'm going to very gingerly, very slowly tiptoe my way back to
Yep.
the staircase.
Can you gingerly
Bagadon
make an
says,
acrobatics check?
put the bowl on the floor and slide it along. He's done, but he's
Just tie a
wise.
rope around it and just drag it.
I don't trust the bowl. I'm not a curler, okay? It's a 10.
10 is exactly the DC of the ice. So you come like, and you make your way back over to your allies with the brass bowl in arms.
Okay. Is there any significant aspect of the bowl? Like, it's got a rune on it. I don't know what the rune
That's the only
means.
noteworthy thing about it. There's no other like runes or iconography to speak of.
Has
It's a
no
beautiful bowl,
religious
though.
significance to me.
No, I mean, it has some like embellishments on it, but nothing else that we could consider a rune or an iconography.
It looks about 100 gold pieces worth, though, right?
Oh, and I mean, must be. Yeah.
I mean, the water itself might
Or is
be
it-
worth more to them.
Yeah, well, it's the best we got. Let's bring it.
All right, we take
imp-
it to.
The imp fades away back into its like vanished, invisible state and comes flapping near Corin.
I killed them, Master. I killed them good.
You did good.
They make delightful popping sounds and burst when they die. I wish everything would do that.
You may soon get more opportunities for killing creatures.
Well, you know, I always relish in our fine work.
I know that you do.
Recephus looks at Shiloh, who is bearing the brass bull.
Would
well done.
this make
You
a-
have recovered something special there.
Would this please Sortiza and perhaps ease her wound?
Well, it does not belong here. I cannot accept it.
If it does not belong here, where does it belong?
This is a place of great confluxes. It belongs where steam might be present, water and fire meeting. That's the rune on it, in fact. He points to the rune on it. Steam.
Look to the water is the top side, and then the bottom is fire. Fire and water are opposed, and then wind and earth are opposed. And the middle is like the pit. Am I supposed to throw the bowl into the pit?
Oh, no. This is a special bowl. It is sacred in its own way. Don't throw it down there.
And what are we supposed to do with it?
Well, as I said, can you think of water and fire being represented in some place here?
Oh, okay. I take it over to the forge.
Oh, yeah. The
And
googly
it's-
thing.
Is it? I offer it to the dragon. Does the dragon drink the bowl?
The dragon is just a statue, but the forge chamber is quite large, so the bowl would easily fit in there.
Throw some water in the fire and make the steam go up that googly pipe thing.
Is it making a sucking noise? So maybe I like offer the bowl.
When
as
the
if to
fire
draw
was
a drink.
burning, like when the torches were burning, it seemed like it was inhaling or there was some kind of intake effect, but it wasn't in full force, and it's gone by now as the torches would have just burned to ash by this
Then
point.
let's make some new fire below the bowl and make some steam in there. Let's see if that does something.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Smash.
All right.
I'm out of torches.
Yeah, so
I smashed
Bagadon, are
the,
you, like smashing up part of the rack?
Yeah.
All right. Bagadon smashes up part of the rack, puts wood in there, and I believe Corin has a prestidigitation to ignite it. And I don't know how many snaps your finger it will take, but eventually you get it lit. And the effect just isn't there. It's just some wood burning. It's not really going to do enough to...
Now, like, put the bowl on top of the fire so it
Right.
starts to
It's just
boil
not
the
quite
water.
enough. Making steam out of that, it needs something more. It's like you're missing some power here.
Well, let's leave that here. And what about this wind thingy? I think we by now just have to try running through it, right? Or
I'm
does it-
going to use my impressive lung capacity to bellows that fire to make it as hot as possible, even if I have to hyperventilate
Okay.
to death to do so.
All right, so Bagadon, you go up to it and you huff and you puff and you bellow your
I've
great
seen
ogre
fire giants.
breath.
I know what they do.
Yeah, you have. It doesn't produce quite the effect you're hoping for, but it kind of triggers something in your ogreish brain. You remember somebody had a potion about breathing fire.
That potion down the end of the hallway thingy. I bet you that's a fire-breathing potion.
You know, my dear imp, I think you deserve the reward. I'm gonna hand the potion to my imp. You're gonna be a fire-breathing imp now.
Shatters the bottle on the ground.
Oh, that's spicy!
And he's invisible, right? And you see this gout of dragon fire through the air, and then that turns invisible. And he's got like smoke smoldering out of his mouth. Ah, this is great!
Now, breathe in there. Make some steam.
He exhales dragon breath into the forge, and the forge lights up with a roaring flame. And the bowl will begin bubbling with this extremely hot dragon fire. The water bubbles and simmers and boils, and coalescing out of this bowl are 3 steam methods. But the intake of the dragon statue is quite powerful, and it sucks the methods down its gullet. There's like steam like pouring out of the mouth of this gold dragon statue, and it begins to like tremble and reverberate and hiss, and it whistles as though some massive tea kettle boiling. And when it reaches its full pitch, the thing just rockets off, and it lands over there on the fountain. In fact, the central part of the fountain is like this stony cylinder, and the dragon statue lands on it, and the weight of the dragon pushes down. And when it does that, 2 things happen. The fish begins spouting out water, and the statue of Sortiza affixed to the wall lowers down. She actually goes into the water, and just the bowl is just a couple, maybe 2 feet tops above the surface of the water. Though the fish spouting is at a different angle. It's not actually spouting into the bowl.
Bagadon will check where the statue just flew away from to see if there's anything hidden underneath.
Nope. Recephus, the Undine, looks impressed. Well
Is
done.
this gold dragon perhaps worth an offering to Sortiza?
Oh, that is not yours to sacrifice. Now, Shiloh, you've described yourself as a holy man or a religious man, and you've been treating quite reverently with Recephus here. If you're so inclined, you can attempt to just convince him that you all are worthy of divine favor.
Can I attempt that as a religion check? As opposed
it's up to you. Yeah, whatever you think would be appropriate.
Let's just see what a religion check does.
And the moon is in Cancer.
That's a 17.
Okay. So you impart your words of a holy man, and Recephus takes them, and he seems to treasure them. I need no more convincing of your worthiness, Shiloh. And he seems to whisper to the waters of the pool, and the waters begin to wave, and the waves push against the fountain, such that it rotates. It rotates around its axis slowly until the fish spouts its water directly into the bowl that Sortiza is holding. And the water is actually draining down the bowl. There's like a little drain at the basin of it, the bottom of it. It seems to be filling into some kind of internal chamber in the wall. And when the completion of that happens, this stony beam right there actually tilts up like that. The spear is affixed to the beam, and it makes the spear stab upward. It stabs right through that egg, and where it pierces out the top, a brilliant beam, like powerful sunlight, beams out of it. The beam hits the mirror star right there on the wall, then refracts over to another star, to another, straight into the topaz eyes of the golem. The thing takes a step forward. The golem is yours to command.
It looks like we are as ready as we will get for this final fight against the demon.
The ice is melting off of her as we speak.
All right, let's push her in. Let's try to get the push as late as possible so that the most ice possible has already molten off, so she'll get the most impact from the spikes there.
Statue, servant of
push.
Sortiza. I beckon it towards me.
Yes.
First step in fighting a demon is don't.
What's your
And
command to
then
the golem?
I throw the frozen demon into the pit and pummel
then-
it should it try to return.
And then, if it just jump on top of it when it's down, just like, drop kick it
All right.
to the
So
spikes.
the golem picks up the demon that is just melting. The ice is just melting away in his hands, just dripping off the fingers, and it hurls it down. She's like smacks down there on the spikes, and the golem lowers itself in, and you hear her roaring down there. And the golem pounds upon Narzutha again and again until she is but a splattered slug at the bottom of the pit. The entrance gates open. Well done, runners! There is a clapping, and the Labyrinth Lord welcomes you out. I will tend to this brave small one. And he easily heals Merbus. And Merbus, the last thing you remember was a spear stabbing you, and you're now like there at the feet of the Labyrinth Lord, and your allies look happy, and you're being healed like out up to full hit points.
You smell incredibly ogreish.
You smell like an ogre's armpit.
I wake up realizing that we've managed to survive, and will immediately hop to and act like I was absolutely instrumental in the resolution of this. And I'll lean over and like try to whisper to Bagadon, "Did you all get the fire breathing potion? Did you all get it?
Uh huh. Yeah.
Can I have it?
No, we had to use it.
Oh man!"
Impressive, Gauntlet Runners. You all have survived. Consider yourself victors this day. Well done, everyone. You each receive 300 experience points. That will be enough to reach second level for Bagadon and Corin and Shiloh, and Merbus will be progressing toward third level, and there'll be a final scoring, and we'll see, which of the three squads comes out on top. Well done, everybody. Congratulations.
Bagadon turns to Merbus and says, "You're my familiar now."
Oh, I thought you were going to be my familiar.
No, you're smaller than me. It's silly.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough, just as the ice runs out, my skeleton will run out too and collapse back into...
Yeah, the bones fall away into some dark void, waiting for you to summon it again at a different time. I am slightly disappointed that Baron had to be quiet this whole time. I was really looking forward to Merbus's quips, but you got some at the beginning, at the very end.
Unfortunately, I only had one healing word and used that on Bagadon, otherwise I would have brought it back up again, but...
Hey, I rolled so hot last adventure, I deserve to get nothing but single digits this first run through.
You did roll quite well. And Raven rolled
I rolled
against the
absurdly
charm.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luck was the hinge factor for your run there.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
think
still
I-
going to claim, regardless of whether I get it or not, I am now a 2-time champion Gauntlet Runner.
Technically you
Two-time.
are. Yes. Technically.
I really thought Bagadon was a goner there when I was surrounded by those little demons that were whipping and slashing at me.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
quick.
That was a scary
I thought that was about to be a TPK.
And Shiloh was at like one
My
hit point throughout
won't
95% of this.
Say that again, Esper.
Was that the only healing in your whole party? Was just the one healing word from the warlock?
The one healing word was it. That was all we had.
That's from my
love
background.
it.
Like Acolyte, I get a magic initiate feat for the cleric. So yeah,
Yeah, you're like a mage of life and death. Maybe a little bit more death than life.
yeah, probably. But it is. I've at least studied the divine.
It's your minor.
Not really embraced it.
Congratulations, everyone. Well done.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you all for playing. This was a real treat having you.
Yeah, sun is coming up.
Absolutely.
And thanks everyone for watching. And once again, check out the link down below to follow the pre-launch of the Gauntlet Runner Kickstarter and get access to some early bird rewards. Until next time, May your adventures be many.